Did you know that when Donald Trump entered office, his approval rating was among the lowest for a newly inaugurated president in modern American history, while at the same time enjoying overwhelming support from within his own party? That contrast alone reveals how deeply divided the United States had become and how powerful Trump's influence was on the political landscape. Donald Trump's presidency marked a sharp and unprecedented break from long-standing political norms in the United States. His rise did not simply change policies or party leadership. It fundamentally altered how politics is communicated, how power is exercised, and how Americans relate to political institutions and to one another. Before Trump emerged as a dominant political figure, the United States was already experiencing growing polarization. Republicans and Democrats were drifting further apart ideologically, and voters increasingly defined themselves by opposition to the other side rather than loyalty to shared principles. Despite this tension, American politics still operated within an informal framework of rules. Presidents respected institutional limits. Political leaders relied on traditional media to communicate and compromise, while difficult remained an accepted necessity. Trump entered this environment as a political outsider and rejected many of these conventions outright. He openly challenged the authority of the press, questioned the legitimacy of political institutions, and framed politics as a zero-sum battle between ordinary Americans and a corrupt elite. His approach intensified existing divisions and pushed them into the center of public life. One of the most transformative aspects of Trump's strategy was his use of social media. Rather than relying on press conferences or carefully crafted statements, Trump communicated directly with millions of followers in real time. His messages were often blunt, emotional, and confrontational, designed to provoke reaction and dominate news cycles. This direct line to the public allowed him to bypass traditional gatekeepers and shape political narratives on his own terms. At the same time, Trump's populist rhetoric resonated strongly with voters who felt ignored by globalization, cultural change, and political elites. He presented himself as the voice of the forgotten American, promising to restore lost jobs, protect national identity, and disrupt a system he claimed was rigged against ordinary people. This messaging energized a loyal base and redefined political loyalty as personal allegiance rather than ideological agreement. The defining moment of Trump's impact came with the 2016 presidential election. Against expectations, he defeated seasoned political opponents by combining relentless media exposure, outsider appeal, and a campaign that thrived on controversy. His victory demonstrated that traditional political experience was no longer a prerequisite for success, and that attention, emotion, and identity could outweigh policy detail and party hierarchy. That election did more than place Trump in the White House. It validated a new model of political power in which outrage fuels engagement, norms are optional, and constant visibility is a strategic advantage. From that moment forward, American politics entered a new era shaped by personality, polarization, and permanent campaigning. In the end, Donald Trump transformed American politics by accelerating polarization, normalizing confrontational leadership, and elevating social media as a central tool of political influence. His impact continues to shape elections, party loyalty, and public trust in institutions, long after individual policies fade from memory. Now the question remains open. Has Trump permanently changed American politics, or is this a phase the nation will eventually move beyond? Share your thoughts, join the conversation, and explore what the future may hold for the United States in an era defined by division and disruption.